All right. First off, we have Oaken Summons. Where should I be? Should I be in the middle here? 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 4 mana, gain 6 armor, recruit a minion that costs 4 or less. It's kind of like an Ironforge portal. Or maybe we just talk about the good cards. You know what? Let's just talk about the interesting cards. That's some boring ass shit. Ooh, this one's good. Grizzled Guardian. 8 mana, 3/5. Taunt. That's how to recruit 2 minions that cost 4 or less. This got synergy with Hadronox. And it has synergy with Nazoth. Now, I know what you're thinking. Toast. Well, we don't have a lot of 4 mana cards. Well, the good news is they revealed another 4 mana cards. Astro Tiger. I like this. Interesting. This design is very interesting. Because if you have 2 Astro Tigers in your deck, you can almost always guaranteed value from your Grizzled Guardian, right? There's gonna be rarely a case where if you're running both these cards that you don't have anything to pull out with Grizzled Guardian. But 4 mana 3/5 is very, very below average. Not like super below average, but in Constructed you can't be running cards that are below average. Does it keep the buff? No, it never keeps the buff. Also, why isn't this a beast? Why isn't a tiger a beast? And why is the Guardian a beast? I thought the Guardian was a... Oh, the Guardian's a bear. Looks like it's a fur blog. But the tiger's not a beast. But Arthas is a beast, and Arthas is a ghost dog. Ghost dog. Okay. This goes... I feel like a lot of the cards are going to end up in the middle. This feels kind of slow. This feels kind of slow. But I like the potential with this one. It has Nazoth and Hadronox synergy. Greedy Sprite. 3 mana, 3/1. Death Rattle, again, empty mana crystal. This has got to be good. Oh, what the hell? This has got to be good. Put it in the good pile. Branching Path. Choose twice, draw a card, give your minions +1 attack, or gain 6 armor. So this is like you pay a 1 mana premium for super flexibility when compared to stuff like Shield Block or Arcane Intellect or, you know, Greater Healing Potion. It's kind of like that. But you're just paying the extra. Actually, compared to a Greater Healing Potion, it's technically better on paper, assuming you want to target yourself. It's meh. The armor is pretty good though. Does it have a way in Druid? J Druid? Would you run this in J Druid? The armor is good, but Malfurion is something really defensive already. It's a lot of burst armor though. 12 armor right away if you want it. Yeah, we'll put it in the middle. You can grab all the loot that you can handle. Toast, your volume is completely super low. Can you increase it? Wait, is my audio coming in low? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. No, it doesn't work with Fandro. Actually, maybe we should just focus on the crazy combos we can do today. Do. I think that would be much better if we just focus on the crazy combos. Twig of the World Tree. So turn 7, you play Twig. Turn 8, you play Medivh. That's Medivh. And then just like that, you can go 7, 8, 10 mana Coon, Ultimate Infestation. All in one turn. But that's a super specific combo. I don't know, is Twig good? I think that's a very contentious discussion amongst people right now. Toast, you can't do that. You have 9 mana. I mean, if you break the Twig, you have 10 mana. Won't Coon give 8 mana? No, Coon will give 10 mana because the Twig gives you 10 mana. This gives you 10 mana. You know what? Some people are pretty down on the Twig. But I think it's a I think it's a green. I think it's just good. On turn 4 you play this. This is like playing, I mean, I think this is a fine turn 4 play. I'm drawing Mirekeeper late game, like around 10 is pretty shit too. I think it's a good card. Are you gonna stream the dungeon run? That's a good question. Do you guys actually want to see dungeon run on the first day or constructed on the first day? Like said, Fungal Lord, after you play a minion, summon a copy of it. I think it's too slow, and I don't think there's a lot of 5 mana or less cards that can combo with this that makes you super excited, because you can just run Faceless Manipulator if you really want the combo. Maybe there's like 3 1-drops you can play with this, but I don't know what kind of 1-drops you want to duplicate multiple times for sick value. I don't like it. I think it's a much slower brand, Bronzebeard. I'm just gonna talk about the interesting one, the one that has a discussion point. This one is pretty discussed. 4 mana 3/6 taunt, can only attack if you have 3 or more armor. Well, isn't this neat? Is disguised toast here? This one people are trying to decide on too. They did get a lot of things that gives them armor in Druid. So the archetype, the theme of Druid and Kobolds and Catacombs is gaining armor. There's quite a few things that's like gain armor, like your Spellstone, your Oaken Summons, your Branching Path. They all have like armor aspects. This card is super bad. This is a fine card. This is a pretty good card. For example, I would put Tar Creeper in the green still. Like, I consider Tar Creeper a green card, even though it's not like super good. It just does the job really well. mana 3/6 taunt. Good. I feel like Tar Creeper does the job really well from a defensive perspective. Can you see yourself playing this on 4? You're playing against Zulak. Oh no. He's summoning so much stuff. I have 4 mana. Would I want to play Ironwood Golem? I can bitch out and just put it in the middle. Tar Creeper for 1 more health. Chain Gang is better. Chain Gang is 4 mana 4/6, but across. Wait, 4 mana. I mean, weaker to AoE. Chat, type the color. Everyone just type the color. I'm seeing mostly red and yellows. Armadillo is not a color. I'm gonna put it in yellow. Yeah, I can't think of a deck that will run this besides Taunt Druid. I don't know if Taunt Druid's gonna be a thing. Ooh. This is like a what? A mini Firelands portal, 3 damage, summon plus 3 wolf. 3/3 wolf. Is no minion hunter gonna be a thing? I think this is a pretty solid card. Imagine Phoenix. Fire Plume Phoenix, but instead it says 3 damage. I think this is good. I think this is good. I don't know if it's like if Hunter's gonna be played or anything, but Fire Plume Phoenix is a decent card. This has like 1 extra damage. And this beast synergy. I like it. Only minion. Bad card. 3 mana 2/4. K5 draw. Also damage the minions next to whoever this attack. But we've seen stuff like this. 3 mana 2/4 is understated. The effect is neat. And it might be good for Deathstalker Rexar, but as a card by itself, it's nah. Candle Shot. 1 mana 1/3, immune while attacking. Hunter doesn't need that much like heal. I mean, this is like retroactive. This is like a form of heal. When you're hitting something, you don't take damage. New secret, 2 mana. When an enemy attacks a hero, summon a 3-cost minion as the new target. Ooh, I like the RNG element of it. You can get a what? An injured Blade Master. I like it. I don't think it's good though, but I like it enough to put in green. Ooh, Seeping Oozling. 6 mana, 5/4 Battlecry. Gain the death rattle of a random minion in your deck. Well, of course, we need to look at this with the Uber death rattle card. Katharina Winterwisp. Because if you're running this Oozling, there's a really good chance you're running Katharina, right? Because she has a really sick death rattle. I'm imagining big Hunter here. Big Hunter. You know how Shadow Essence is a 6 mana 5/5? Why can't there be a big Hunter? Right? Chat, I'm calling it now. Big Hunter is gonna be huge. Katharina. Let's just do Katharina now. You know what? She's gonna be huge too. Easy, big, easy Hunter. Do, 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 do. 6 mana to my side, summon an animal companion or 2 if you're big pig hunter. Okay, I'll put it here. Rock Dalar. Battlecry. If your deck has no minions, fill your hand with hunter spells. 7 mana, 4/2. Why is the cost so high? You're already gimping yourself by not having minions, right? You had to make the cost that much higher. Crap, 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 crap. Actually, we should probably do this in a more organized manner. All right. How do I? Oh crap! How do I do this? Is there a way for me to move all these images at once? I should know this. Oh, there we go. Nice. Okay. What does the colors mean? Red is super good, yellow is super bad, and green is okay. Is red bad? No, red is really good. That's why all the best cards in the game are on red right now. Reven Familiar. Big. Sorry. So this kind of plays into the whole big mage they're pushing. Reveal a spell in each deck. If your cost more, draw it. So there's like a big mage thing they have going on. I'm guessing if you're winning the joust on this one, you're not going to be playing the spells for a while. 2 mana, 2/2, draw a card. Draw a big spell card. Potentially draw a big spell card. Big spell card. Meh. Is big mage a thing? A big spell mage gonna be a thing? Well, if you're gonna play big spell mage, then your early game has to be minions, right? Eh. I'll put it in green. Two mana, Lesser Ruby Spellstone. Add a random mage spell to your hand. Play 2 elementals to upgrade. The upgrade versions are 2 random spells and 3 random spells. So the most upgrade version is Capitalist Tome. Who's excited for Quest Mage? You know what? As you guys know, I'm a big Quest Mage fan. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but I really like to play Quest Mage. Do you guys know this? You guys know this about me? Elemental Quest Mage. What's happening? Explosive Rune. Secret after your opponent plays a minion. Deal 6 damage to it and any access to the hero. This is like Uber Snipe, right? With a small upside of dealing extra damage.
Is disguise toast here?
Is it better than Snipe? I mean, okay, let's say your opponent plays a weak minion. You get some extra damage on the face, which is nice. But with Mirror Entity and Potion Polymorph already being things, your opponent's always going to play their weakest minion first. So let's say they play, I don't know, Babbling Book. You get 5 damage. Boom. It bypasses Ice Block, which is pretty neat. Tempo Mage is very bursty, you know. They want as much damage early on, and they run Archaeologist and Curator Mage, and extra damage to the face might go a long way. Me. What website has all the cards? Disguisetoast.com, 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 disguisetoast.com. You play Archaeologist on 2. Would you play this on 3? Oh god, there's not enough yellow cards and this is gonna get unbalanced real soon. Shit. Yeah, I didn't organize my green cards and my yellow cards into the right folders. They're all just in one big folder right now. Alright. Wait, I'm pretty sure I'm putting too much cards in green. I'll do a more serious one tomorrow because I only have a few hours left because I got to go on a trip. Late line Manipulator. If you're not holding any cards that didn't start in your deck, reduce the cost. Yeah, no, this is the whole. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, get in there, buddy. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, nice and snug. Nice and snug. Deck of Wonders, 5 mana, shuffle 5 scrolls into your deck. When drawn, cast a random spell. Full points for memory, full points for garbage consistency. Dragon's Fury, reveal a spell from your deck, deal damage equals to its cost to all minions. So you want at least 4? like a 4-cost card for this to be value. If it's 3, it's like a shittier Excavated Evo. Wow, it's hard to compare. 5 is like a Dragonfire Potion. This is a really good board wipe, I think. If you're building a big mage deck, you can control the minimum amount of damage. Big, meaty mage. Think of how mage survives. The big mage survives the early game. They have to like just shove as much small minions in the deck as possible, huh? Okay, this is just poor organization on my part. I apologize, chat.
Is disguised toast here? Is disguised toast here?
Aluneth. 6 mana, 0/3 weapon. At the end of your turn, draw 3 cards. This seems anti-synergistic with big mage. You pay 5 mana to draw 3 cards with no urge. This is for 1 more and have the option of persistent effect. I guarantee you someone's gonna mill himself to death with this card. Like 100%. It'll take maybe 2 days until we see a streamer die to their own Aluneth. How much ooze is there gonna be in this world? I feel like I'm putting way too much cards in green. Well, I'll reevaluate this tomorrow. This is just initial impressions. If people are willing to play 5 mana draw 3, but that's in Druid, so we can't directly compare them. I don't think this will be in a control deck. I think this will be in a very aggressive deck. Because your opponent has to kill it, right? If you're an aggro tempo mage, if they leave it up, you go to Burn City. So, are you traveling somewhere? Yeah. I'm going on an adventure. 9 mana, 3/3, summon a 5/5 dragon for each spell you cast this game that costs 5 or more. I mean, the thing about a lot of these cards we're looking at is that you can see it being good. Like 9 mana, 4 5/5s, and a 3/3. Like, you're just paying 9 mana for a big board, right? Loses to Anduin, but I think Priest is the only class that can consistently remove this board. I guess Warlock is Twisting Nether. But like almost every other class will struggle against this. Priest has Psychic Scream and Shadow Reaper, and Warlock has Twisting Nether. It's kind of like N'Zoth, where you have a huge swing turn. But N'Zoth decks aren't even popular anymore, and N'Zoth comes back with Death Rattle. I'm gonna be optimistic here. Optimistic toast. Drakkar Jailer, 2 mana, 1/1. That's right. I'll add 3 Silverhand recruits to your hand. Yeah, I mean no. Would you pay 5 mana for? Let's say that was Battlecry. You can play 5 mana for 4 1/1s. At that point, why not just play Stand Against Darkness? Yeah, no, this garbage. Malevolent Djinn. And then every turn restores 3 health to your hero. This is an elemental, I want to point out. Not that it matters, because it still sucks. Yellow, yellow. No. Chat. The Paladin class border is yellow. The rating is red. Now here's a yellow card. Protection of Heroism. Give a minion Divine Shield, draw a card. Now this is 100% yellow. This is decent. It cycles. Divine Shield on top of it. Would you rather have a 2/2 or a card, right?
Is disguise toast here?
This gets the yellow treatment. Ooh, this one's an interesting one. Four mana, call to arms, recruit 3 minions that cost 2 or less. So the high roll potential are of course Dirty Rats, Doomsayers. What else? Imagine if you killed Sath before this. Oh. Millhouse Mana Storm. Toast, you suck at rating cards. Alright. I mean, I am the guy who said Ultimate Infestation was gonna be good. Let me just remind you. And I also said that Blood Queen Lanatel was gonna be bad. So maybe check your facts before you criticize, huh? This is good value. Draws you 3 cheap cards and plays it right away. That can't be bad. Five mana, level up, give your Silverhand recruits +2/+2 and taunt. Yeah, I put this at a yellow. I put this at a yellow. You know, token potential, I like it. Valanier? 6 mana 4/2. Give a minion in your hand +4/+2. When it dies, re-equip this. No, it's not just going back in your hand. It just goes into your, you know, your equipment slot, which I thought was pretty neat. Use this on a doppelgangster and you get triple hammers. And then if they all die at the same time, you know what happens? You get the hammer. And then you get another hammer, which buffs a minion. And then you get another hammer, which buffs another minion. So then that's the +8/+4 on a minion. And then you break that hammer, that's another +4/+2. Whew. That's a lot of buffs. It's garbage though. Too slow, too slow. Ree, that's a green card, Ree. Lanissa Sun Sorrow. Battlecry, cast each spell you cast on your other minions this game on this one. I was watching this on the reveal stream. And that was because I think it was a 2 Blessing of Wisdom, 2 Divine Strength, 2 Blessing of Might, and a Spike Rich Steed on this. And when I saw that, I was like, God damn. But that's the super high roll dream. I think the most consistent thing is just a 7 mana with a Spike Rich Steed casted on it. Although that Potion of Heroism, I thought was pretty neat. Oh, I forgot to mention this, but Potion of Heroism. This should synergize with Cabal Chemist, right? Sorry, this should be here. I swear to God, Blizzard, if I play Cabal Chemist when the new expansion release and I can't get Potion of Heroism, I'm gonna make a video. Wait, Mike Donate said it won't get the potion? Wait, what? This is a potion. Why wouldn't it work with Cabal Chemist? Ah, Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, I'm gonna make a video. Toasty Broad. Toasty Broad. I think this is green. Anywho. Unless they changed the Cabal Chemist wording to be different, in which case it's fine. But it should. Any reasonable person would expect it to. Oh God, why am I putting so much cards in green? I remember when I did the review for Knights of the Frozen Throne, it was like 80% red. Guys, I'm gonna make a very controversial statement here, but I think this card is good. I think this is a good card. I think this card is good. Yeah, I think that's a good card. That's good. Ooh, that's a good card. Yeah. I'm gonna put it like this because it's so good, it's almost in the next tier. Also, I know I'm skipping some cards, but I'm skipping like the really boring one. That's just really, you know it's obviously garbage. This one is very debatable. The reason why there's so much green, I think, is because I'm skipping the clearly bad ones. The one that I'm worth talking about. 3 mana Twilight's Call. Summon 1/1 copies of 2 friendly Death Rattle minions that died this game. Is this gonna make Death Rattle Priest quest work? I don't feel like it. I mean, for the quest, I think the quest is just not that good. I think the quest priest just isn't that good. I can see N'Zoth Death Rattle Priest being good. I just don't see quest priest specifically being good. The nice thing about this is that it's good late game, it's okay early game, because you can hit Crystalline Oracle and then like a Loot Hoarder or Thanos, which isn't necessarily bad, it's just a lot of value, right? I think this might be a yellow. No, I think it's a red. I think it's a red. Wait, well, if you only have obsidian statues, but then they're 1/1. No, this garbage. I don't like putting things in yellow because I feel like putting things in yellow are for very situational cards or very hard to predict cards. Because I can just shove everything in yellow. It's like, well, I didn't say it was going to be bad. Or, well, I didn't say it was going to be good. I gave it a yellow rating. Yeah, no, this is a, yeah, yeah. Turns out 7 mana, wipe the board. Don't give your opponent an advantage. Bypass Death Rattle. It's pretty good. The only time this is bad is in super long fatigue matchup. But a Raza Priest isn't gonna go to fatigue that often. Because if a Raza Priest drew all the cards, he's going machine gunning. Let's start fresh again. If you're holding dragons, swap minions attack. Swap this minion's attack with another minion's 3 mana 2/4. It's like an Eldor. Like the base effect is pretty good, which is like a semi-Eldor. The upside is Cabal Shadow Priest, which you can combo this with. Potion of Madness, which you can combo this with. Shadow Word Pain, which you can combo this with. Bookworm, which you can combo this with. Shadow Word Horror, which you can combo this with. No, this has to be good. This has to be good. This has to be good. You can use our opponent's minion or your own minion if you want to, you know, switch things up, right? Dragon Soul, 3 mana, 0/3. After you cast 3 spells and turn, summon dragon. Priests don't have too much cheap spells. They have the like Power Word Shield and a bunch of 0 cost spells. I don't think Dragon Priest wants to run this. I don't think Raza Priest has time to run this. Boo. 7 mana 6/6 Temporis Battlecry. Your opponent takes 2 turns, then you take 2 turns. I don't know, but generally I don't like my opponents getting an extra turn. Is it an OTK combo? Because the main difference between this and Time Warp is that you don't have to spend mana on the initial turn. So you can go Temporis, hope your opponent don't kill you in 2 turns, and then you go Velen, Mind Blast, Mind Blast. But you're giving your opponent 2 turns and 20 mana worth of stuff. The memes are there. That's the meme. Temporis, hope you don't die. Malagos, Velen, Mind Blast, Smite for 34 damage. Meme value, legitimate value. I mean, the one upside about this is it makes Nether Spy Historian less consistent in drawing Duskbreaker. Maybe there is an OTK deck. You just be defensive, be defensive, be defensive. But how do you not die in 2 turns? That's so risky. Because you don't have Ice Block. No. You can't do it. If Priest has Ice Block, this would be disgusting. Assuming they don't pop you on the first. No. It's not worth it. I like the memes. Alright. Ooh, this has some memes too. For mana 3/3, Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 copy of a minion from your hand. Thank God this is Death Rattle, because if it's Battle Cry, it'd be OP, because you just go 4 mana, Sinister Strike, Malygos, Sinister Strike, Abyss, Alligago. To be fair, Miracle Rogue is the one class that really takes advantage of 1/1 minions like Gadgets and Auctioneer. Gadgets and Auctioneer, Malygos. Oh, why am I wearing my headset? Gadgets and Auctioneer, Malygos are pretty good. Anything else? It's kind of like Barnes. It's kind of like Barnes, but you have more control over this one. Is it random? Yes, random. Oh, you know what? You can build a Dreadsteed. The old Dreadsteed. You have 1 Kobold Illusionist on the board. And 1 Kobold Illusionist in your hand. And baby, you got a Dreadsteed going. He's back. No, that's pretty garbage. Although it is good that, you know, you won't waste it, right? If you have 2 kobolds, 1 in hand and 1 on board. It's probably a yellow. It has high roll potential, like a Barnes. I guarantee you're going to see someone with, you know, who plays a Kobold Illusionist on the board. Survives, gets a Malygos, and goes off. That's going to be a meme deck. Oh, here's one people were talking about. Alvin Minstrel combo. Draw 2 cards from your deck. 2 cards is a lot. 3 mana draw 2 cards is good. This is 4 mana draw 2 cards with a 3/2 body. But the downside of having combo. This is one of those just good cards, right? You don't have to... Like on paper, it's just good by the laws of card design. It is minions, so it can be a downside or an upside depending on if you want to hit certain cards. I like it. Faldore Strider. Battlecry. Shuffle 3 ambushes. When drawn, summon a 4/4 Spooter. Counters Raza decks, which I love about it. It's probably yellow. Situational. Oh wait, no, it's your own deck. I can't read. It counters your own Raza deck. Ah, tells you genius. Okay. Well, that just went from a yellow to a red. Actually, a 4 mana 4/4. I mean, a 4 mana 4/4 isn't the end of the world, right? Is it really that bad if you have a 4 mana 4/4? I'll probably put in yellow. Top 2 mana secret after your hero takes damage, become immune this turn. And this is a really good tool against like swarm decks, token decks, and aggro decks, because they deal damage in like small increments. It's like a freeze effect. It's like ice block. It's like stall. Only works in like mill decks or combo decks, I imagine. You wouldn't just run this as a thing. If you're playing this card, it's because you have like some kind of super combo you want to pull off. But what super combo is available to rogues, right? Where you need us like, oh, I need one more turn, and I hope to God they don't have something that can kill me in one shot because I'm dead. Poop. This has to be shown with this. Because they are pretty much, you're gonna run both of these cards if you're running one of these cards. Ooh, this is such a cool card. I don't like how they worded it. They should have done, what they should have done was move the it keeps any enchantments portion above the death rattle, because it doesn't have to die for you to keep the buff. So if you guys don't know, if you doomerang a card like Death Bite, which has the death rattle, deal 1 damage to all minions, it doesn't trigger. Because Doomerang weapons don't die. The death rattle doesn't trigger when you Doomerang it. But if you look at Kingsbane and you think, oh, if I Doomerang it, the death rattle's not going to trigger, and it's going to lose the enchantment. But that's not true. Because the way this card actually works is there's 2 separate portions. There's the death rattle portion, which is basically just shuffle this into your deck. And then there's the it keeps any enchantment portion, which is always on. On that specific instance of the weapon. Toast, they confirm it will keep the buff. Yeah, which is why I said if you Doomerang it, it will keep the buff. Thank you. Toast, it keeps the enchantment even if you Doomerang it. Yes, which is why I said if you Doomerang it, it keeps the enchantment. Yes. Thank you. It's a really sick synergy, and I love the design on it. I'm just gonna give it a green. because I think the design's amazing. It's very unique, very cool, you know. And the shiny finder is pretty sick too. Even if it's a bit slow, I don't mind because I think the card design is just great. You can use the Leeching Poison as a way for Rogue to heal because Rogues have 0 healing right now. Sonya Shadow Dancer. First of all, I want to point out THICC. Wait, can I get a high res version of this card? No, there's no high res version out there, is there? Well, I'm gonna fap to tonight then. Shit. Oh well. After a friendly minion dies, add a 1/1 copy, it costs 1. Cool synergy with patches. So you can like play this, play patches, kill something, play patches, kill something, play patches, kill something, play patches, kill something. And then just like that, you complete the quest for Rogue. You can insta complete. I wonder if there's a world where you're playing quest Rogue, but it's not really quest Rogue. It's more like you have Sonya, you have the quest, and you have a charging minion. And then you use that one minion to instantly complete the quest. Like you don't really try and complete the quest ASAP. I want to say it's green though. It's very neat. But Valspine synergy, of course. But kind of works similar to Shadowcaster, where you need the minion to essentially survive the turn. But this one, you need the minion to survive the turn so you can trade it in, and it needs to be able to die. The potential's there, but I want to say it's a purely good card. I'm gonna put it in yellow. It's green. What is this? 2 mana Crushing Hand, deal 8 damage to a minion, overload is 3. So overall 5 damage to deal 8. It's like a Flame Lance, but over 2 portions. What the hell are you Crushing Handing for 8 on 2 mana? It's probably a red, right? It's a very hardcore cheap removal that makes you suffer the next turn. It's probably red. I'm not even gonna put it on there. Murmuring Elemental. Battlecry. Your next Battlecry this turn triggers twice. The Elemental portion is really good because most of the Elemental minions that synergizes off Elementals being played are Battlecry based. So Blaze Caller, Kalimos, Servant of Kalimos, and yeah, that's the 3 main one, right? Oh my god, you can play this and then play Tovir Stone Shaper for 2 Divine Shields. Or you can play this and then play Kolai Oracle And baby, you're Mill Shaman now. Oh wait, no. This wouldn't work until the next turn. Why am I so high today? I need to start reading these cards. That doesn't even work. Because it says your next battle cry this turn. So you can't play this into your Blaze Caller. So you have to play an element beforehand. And then you have to play this. And then you have to play Blaze Caller. Does it work with J-Claw? Yeah, it'll work with J-Claw. It works with Aya. Basically replace Bran with Murmuring Elemental. But this has less stats. It's cheaper, which is nice, but... Crap. Not red. It's green. 5/5/5. When Sheer Stormcaller Battlecry, if you control all 4 basic totems, summon Alakir the Windlord. Very neat. Oh my god. If you have 4 totems and you play Murmuring Elemental and then you play the Windshear Stormcaller, you can summon 2 Alakirs in 1 turn. Toast, you genius. 5 mana, 5/5. Battlecry, summon 2 Alakir if you play the Murmuring Elemental the turn off. That's a green right there. That's a green. You can't go wrong with 5 mana Battlecry, summon 2 Alakirs. You can't. One mana Unstable Evolution. Transform a friendly minion into one that costs 1 more. Repeatable this turn. You know why this card is so broken? Because it gives you like a 1 in... I want to say 80? Chance. If you hit Sorcerer's Apprentice or you hit... if you hit Sorcerer's Apprentice or you hit Radiant Elemental, you can turn every single other minion on your board into a 10-drop. So the super dream is, you know what the super dream is? Bloodsail Corsair, summon a 1-drop, summon a Patches. Coin Unstable Evolution, the 1-drop. If you can hit either Radiant or Sorcerer's Apprentice, your other minion instantly becomes a 10-drop. Or even an 11-drop. You can go to the 10-drop. If it's crap, just get it to 11, which makes it an 8/8. So the worst case scenario is that it's an 8/8. Because the limit is the 11-drop Snowfury Giant. So you're at 10, it's a Yogg. Or it's a Cthulhu. You're like, you know what? Let's just make that an 8/8 instead. It's muy caliente. Yo, what's going on? Okay. Toe stopping Trump. What? You mean stop being incorrect about cards? This is just the initial review. I'll go more in depth tomorrow. Because like I mentioned earlier, I'm leaving in a couple of hours on a trip. So this isn't a hardcore review. This is just initial impressions. The Rune Spear, after hero attacks, discover spell and cast it again with random targets. So you can only discover shaman cards. I don't know about you guys, but shaman spells in general isn't like anything to write. There's no like huge power swing shaman cards. Like, what's the best case scenario? Like, the best case scenario. Hex, and you pray to God you roll it correctly. Yeah, this is crap. The 8 cost is the thing that kills it. If it was like 6 cost, maybe. Or yeah, 8 is just way too much to be paying for this. Crap. Oh, alright, here we go, chat. Here we go. Here we go. 6 mana, 7/7. Battlecry. Return your other minions to your hand. They cost 1. This is an elemental. Let's see it. Type in the color. Uh-huh. That's interesting. I didn't expect that. Oh. Oh. Huh. Wait, what are you guys typing? I can't actually see anything. Is it green or is it red? It's red. Although I will say 6 mana 7/7 is pretty good, stat wise. Six mana 7/7. Ooh. Ooh, chat. Also, notice how the candle is burning out the books. I thought that was pretty cute on the art. This is a 5-star card. You know why? It's not because it's, you know, a card draw on a body. It's because Disguised Toast revealed it. And we all know Disguised Toast only reveal 5-star cards. Except for Madame Goya. Look at this. You gotta ask yourself, did Disguised Toast reveal this card? Yes? Well, get that shit into the 5-star column. 2 mana, 2/4 with taunt and demon tag, and it hurts yourself. You know what's the best thing about hurting ourselves besides knowing the fact that we're still alive and feel emotion? This guy. 4 mana 7/7. 4 mana 7/7. You know what's so good about 4 mana 7/7? It costs 4 mana. And it has 7 attack. And 7 health. 4 mana 7/7. With taunt. And it's a demon. Can I just point out that it's a demon? And it has taunt? This is a really happy Doom Guard, by the way. Wow, look at that smiley face. Look at that smiley face. He's just happy to be here. He's like, yay, I'm a 4 mana 7/7. Oops. Wink. Go here. Speaking of 4 mana 7/7s, It's like, oh no, I took damage from Kobold, Librarian, Homunculus, and I played with 4 mana 7/7. That's great tempo and value, but I'm about to die. Well, because you took so much damage from your Kobolds and your Vulgar Homunculus, now you have a 4 mana 7 damage and 7 heal. 4 mana 7/7. And also this guy Souls revealed this card, so you know it's a 5-star card as well. That's another green right here. Does it upgrade only if it's in your hand? Yeah, it has to be in hand. Possessed Lackey, 5 mana 2/2, recruit a demon. You need to hit something huge with this. Huge. I'm talking big, thick. And if you're running a huge minion, that means you're not running small minions. Which means you're not running 4 mana 7/7 and Tyler 1 Homunculus. Nine mana 3/9. That's right. What's recruit? Pull a minion from your deck. It's me wagon effect. It's Yashiraj effect. So recruit a demon means whip out a demon from your deck and slam it on the board. Anywho, 9 mana 3/9 Void Lord. Taunt Death Rattle, summon 1/3 demons with taunt. Disgusting with Gul'dan. Disgusting. So much effective health. Essentially 18 effective health. This is the thing that makes Gul'dan uber good. If I'm a control warlock, I 100% will run this. It's only hard counted by polymorph or transform effect. You can silence it, which sucks. But if it dies to a silence, you can still bring it back with cooldown. Too expensive? I don't think so. Taunt minions can be expensive because it's a semi-immediate effect. This is good. It's very Gucci. I like it. I like it. Oh, this shit. Oh wait, this one's more discussable. Five mana 03, Skull of the Manari, the Mammary. At the start of your turn, summon demon from hand. Alright, chat, what do you think about Skull of the Manari?
This guy's toast.
There's no card value. There's no tempo value until 2 turns later. The reason why you don't get the tempo value immediately is because you did pay 5 mana for a weapon. So for this to catch up to good tempo, I mean, unless you had like a Void Lord with this. But for this to catch up with, you know, the tempo loss, you generally need 2 triggers of this. Garbage. And also I didn't reveal this card, which that's a big no-no. And yeah, like I mentioned, it eats up a card. You have to spend a card. Rin, the First Disciple, taunt, add the first seal into your hand, which is a 5 mana, summon a 2/2, and then it gives you a 5 mana, summon 3/3, and then a 5 mana, summon 4/4, 5/5, 6/6, which then gives you a 10 mana, 10/10, whose battle cry is, actually I should just show you this. Azari the Devourer. Okay. I mean, it's hilarious, destroying an opponent's deck. But by the time you pull this off, your opponent's probably fatiguing naturally anyway. Like, that's the thing. If you're able to summon Azari the Devourer, I'm guessing your opponent is close to fatiguing because you spent 20 turns trying to complete this combo. Like, even the meme isn't that good. I will be playing this day one. Ooh, here's a Hearthstone interaction question. 3 mana 4/4 at the start of your turn, attack a random enemy minion. Now, question 1. Does this use up the regular attack? Yes or no? Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes, no. The answer is yes, it's confirmed. So you don't get to attack with this minion. It does the attack automatically. And it's random enemy. So if it hits face, you just summon the 3 mana 4/4 that, I mean, dealt 4 damage, which is nice and all, but not bad. The other question is, what if you have Wind Fury? If it has Wind Fury, that means you should be able to just attack again, right? With the normal attack. I mean, it's not terrible, but at the same time, why not just run the Frost Caller if you're so hell-bent on having a 3 mana 4/4? Right? Ogre Brute was the kind of thing. I mean, this is essentially an Ogre Brute, because the Ogre Brute attack is semi-random as well. Except this one is guaranteed to be random, whereas Ogre Brute was a 50% chance to be random. So it's pretty much a worse version of Ogre Brute. Because Ogre Brute, half the time you hit the right target. And then half the time it's this effect. And you can buff up Ogre Brute before you attack with it. Yeah, no, get the fuck out of here. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, this will be an OTK deck I'll be pulling off today. I mean, not today. When the expansion hit, I will gain 30 armor with Bring It On, Shield Blocks, Armorsmith, Ally Armorsmith. I'll get 30 armor. I'm gonna drop Noggenfogger. I'm just gonna beat the shit out of my opponent's face.
If the card says can't attack heroes, I still attack hero.
Wait. We should probably evaluate this on, is this card actually good? Noggenfogger won't work, Toast. It says valid targets only. I guess, which is why I can't attack Noggenfogger. I can't attack face with Noggenfogger with Fool's Bane, right? Because Fool's Bane says can't attack heroes. Oh, wait. You can. Alright. You can. So, chat, why don't you shut up? I'm kidding. Not everyone knows that. I mean, it could be different. They could have changed the interaction. But you can definitely slam face with Fool's Bane if there's a Noggenfogger on the board. Wait, is this card good though? I mean, you can just play it and just wait it out, right? There's a lot of armor gain in this expansion. I'm so afraid of everyone running ooze. Like, I think this is an okay card, but it's gonna be garbage when everyone's running ooze to counter all the legendary weapons. I'm gonna put it in red because I'm predicting we're going to Oozeville. Eight mana, 3/3 Woe Cleaver. After your hero attacks, recruit a minion. Is Big Warrior gonna be a thing now? Is this entire expansion just gonna be big minions? Too slow. Why not just play a big minion, right? Although you can do it 3 times. Ooh, wait, let's think about this. Is there such a thing as Big Warrior? So you need to pull out Taunt or Charge, ideally. So Lich King is a really good thing to whip out. It's very slow, I will give you that. But the fact is, you can attack on 9 again, and then you can attack on 10 again. So imagine this as the Lich King. You're paying an 8 mana Lich King, and you get 3 attack. And you can pull out something next turn. It's not as garbage as I think. A lot of people are down on it. But it involves you not running any small minions, which is always a bad idea. But weapon removals, oh my god, there's so much. Okay, I'm gonna put it in yellow. I don't think it's red. Because I think even if it gets ooze, you get 1 proc of it, which I already consider it to be value. Geo Sculptor, yep. And then return summon a random minion with cost equal to your armor. Me. All right, we're down to the neutrals. Not too much neutrals. Oh, this one though. This one does put a smile on my face. Master O card. 9 mana, 5/5 Battlecry. Recruit a 1, 2, and 3 attack minion. I see a couple of people saying red. Wrong. Because ain't you heard of Dragon Hatcher? You guys heard of Dragon Hatcher, right? You guys familiar with my boy Dragon Hatcher? It's pretty good. He's a good card. Have you guys heard of my buddy Void Lord? Yeah, that's another good card. Ooh. Huh. Have you heard of my third buddy? You guys heard of my third buddy, right? Drakkar Enchanter. So 9 mana, summon a Void Lord, summon a Dragon Archer, summon a Drakkar Enchanter, summon a Deathwing, and then summon a Deathwing Dragon Lord. You know how much stats that is? I can't even count that high. It's like 100 attack, 100 health. For 9 mana with the 9/3/9 taunt body. And if it doesn't deal with the Dragon Hatcher right away, that's another dragon. And if it kills the Dragon Lord, you bring out dragons from your hand. So what's your opponent gonna do? And if they clear it, why don't you just drop Gul'dan and baby, you get Void Lord back. Bunker. Mr. Oakart, you are green. To be honest, I'm just hyping up slow control deck so I can play Quest Mage and kill people. Look at me, I summoned the 2020. I played this recruit, I played that legendary. And I'm just like, haha, 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 haha. $4.20. The darkness starts dormant. Shuffle 3 candles into the enemy deck when drawn this away. Because I love how they make the dormant part the ability and not the battle cry. So it's not like battle cry start dormant, because you can't like cheese this out with a dirty rat. I mean, this is just one of the worst. Like it's hilarious. Is there a way to cheese this out and avoid? Is there a way to silence a minion before it comes into play? There's none, right? Because it goes Sherazin mode. So, for those who don't know, this behaves like Sherazin, which means you can't target it. Is there a way to gain the attack of a card in your hand? No. Damn. Also, this is another evolve nerf. Imagine evolving into this minion. It's like, well, fuck. I can't get rid of it. I'm gonna spend the rest of this game with 6 board space because there's no candles in the opponent's deck. Ooh, man, Evolve Shaman is getting the shaft. Or devolving it. Wait, the funny thing is every evolve nerf is technically a devolve buff. Which is pretty funny. And since Shamans run both evolves and de-evolves, it kind of balances it out. Yeah, I mean, the only way to use this is you can't cheese this. It has to be just make them draw the 3 candles, right? It counts as Raza, which is nice. But I can't see a meme deck with this because your opponent is going to see this coming from a mile away. And generally, when they draw the 3rd candle, it's their turn unless you're Kolai Oracling, and still you can't attack with it right away. So I don't know. The stat line is huge and it's great, but without a way to cheese this out, you're much better off just trying to pull off the Ancient One. I can't think of a way to cheese it. Can any class cheese this? No, right? You can double the battle cry to shuffle 6 candles. It does work. I mean, it'll work if you have 6 candles in there, but even still. Why not use the Kobold that summons a 1/1 copy of the darkness? There's no candles in his deck. You have to draw the candles. Because if you use the Kobold, the rogue one, the Kobold Illusionist, to summon a 1/1 copy, it also just falls asleep. Yeah. Shame. I mean, it's a cool card. But I can't see the cheese. Whoa, what the hell? Cards like this needs to be cheesed out somehow. I think that's the main legendaries, right? That was revealed today. I'm only mostly focusing on new cards. Alright, chat. More interaction question. Does Rummaging Kobold work with Kingsbane? Vote yay. Vote nay. Yay, nay. Yay, nay, yay, nay, yay, nay, yay, nay. As in, does it retain the buff? I should have been more specific. Does it retain the buff? No, it doesn't. No, I'm just gonna let you guys know it doesn't retain the buff. If it retained the buff, oh my god, that would be such a sick deck. Weapon Rogue with Kingsbane. Whew. That would be like one of the coolest deck ever. Because your entire deck is based around one weapon. You're just stabbing them with it, like shank him with the shiv and you shiv him with the shank. We have 2 Kingsbanes then. Yes, you will have 2 Kingsbane with Rummaging Kobold. You can get 3 Kingsbane if you run 2 Rummaging Kobold. But each of the buff is individual, right? Wait, it retains the buff. Really? What? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure it doesn't retain the buff. Alright, let us consult the Twitter mobile. They confirmed it stays buff. I'm pretty sure they confirmed the opposite. They confirmed it stays buffed on Twitter. Huh. Kobold gives an unbuffed copy. Okay, so when you say they confirmed that the Kobold weapon gives buff, you meant they confirmed that it doesn't get buffed, right? Or am I getting trolled? Is this a late troll meme face? You got late trolled. Good job, chat. I was only pretending to be an idiot. Alright, anything new released? Oh, this one was pretty interesting. Full mana Shimmering Courser. I'll thank subs and read out donations at the end of all this. It's a short stream. Like I mentioned, I keep saying just in case there's new people, but I'm flying today, so I got go somewhere tonight. 4 mana, 3/3 Shimmering Courser. Only you can target this with spells and hero power. Good for buff classes, right? But 4 mana, 3/3 is so slow. It's so slow. You can like Blessing on Kings it, Divine Shielded, Power Shielded, make it uber scary, and your opponent can't target with spell. But they can target it with Foul Spine, right? They can target it with Spellbreaker. They can target it with Equality and Trade In. Meh. Neat effect. I appreciate it. I don't think it's good. Ooh, this is a funny one. Shrieking Shroom. At the end of your turn, summon a random 1-cost minion. I mean, this is bad, right? It has to be bad. It's yeah, it's bad. I'm not even gonna bother putting it bad. That's how bad it is. Let's move things up again. I think that's most of the interesting ones. Here's I like talking about like super vanilla cards like this one. What do you guys think about Dire Maul? This one's interesting to me because of the beast synergy. Because I'm thinking Hunter and Crackling Raids them all. Like 1-mana 1/3s aren't bad. They're not good enough to be played by itself, but they ain't bad. I would put this in yellow actually. For Hunter specifically. No other class is gonna run this. I guarantee you no other class is running this. But for Hunter specifically, I think it's a possible yellow. Oh right, Frodan, you're right. Token Druid for Mark of Yash. And you know, beast synergy. Token Druid has Enchanted Raven as the 1-mana beast. By having 2 1-mana beast to synergize with Mark of Yasharaj is insane. Because Mark of Yasharaj is one of the best things you can play on 2 with a beast on board, right? I'm gonna put it in yellow. Actually, maybe I put it in green. Yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green, yellow, green. It's not a red. Despite the such vanilla aspect of it, I don't think it's a red. Which is why I like it. Because you rarely get like vanilla cards that's not garbage. I think it's yellow. Dragon Crawler. 3 mana. 4/3. So vanilla stated. Dragon Slayer. Battlecry deals 6 damage to a Dargon. Now how good is Dragon Priest gonna be in the new expansion? People run Galactic Crawler, but that's mostly because everyone and their mother's running patches and aggro decks right now. I don't think any class but Priest is going to be running dragons. I think this is the definition of a yellow card. Situational. And decently statted. In vanilla. 3 mana 4/3. Oh, Kobold Scalabane. Right. Kobold Scalabane. Ooh, wait, this is really good against Kobold Scalabane. It's still technically a yellow card because it's very situational. Anything else? Was there anything I missed that's super good? I mean, there's some other weird stuff, but they're not too interesting. I know I missed some cards, but generally, oh, the cards I missed aren't that fun. Is this the definition of a arena card? 3 mana, 1/1 Divine Shield Poisonous. Would you play this in Constructed though? I think in Arena this would be green, but in Constructed, let's say your opponent plays a Stone Skin Basilisk. I feel like cards like this never works in Constructed though. Like we've seen a lot of similar cards, although I think this is the best one we've seen. Another example is like Patient Assassin, Poisonous Gastropod, Stubborn Gastropod, and Giant Wasp. Like they're very similar in like slightly expensive, but the Poisonous tag and the Stealth tag and the Taunt tag and Divine Shield tag. The Death Knight Hero Power. Oh, yeah, Death Knight Hero Power would be insane with this. Comes with a shield, comes with Poisonous. All right, let's just take a look at everything we've seen so far. Feel free to disagree with anything you see here. I have a lot of green cards early on. All right, let's go row by row. All right, chat. Are we all? Oh wait, my head. Let's do first row. Are we all in agreement here? Don't worry, speak up. Our company culture is completely based on openness and honesty. So just because I'm the CEO of this company, don't feel like you have to agree with everything I say. I appreciate each and every one of you and your individual thoughts. So please speak up if you have a problem with the way I'm running this company. Mods, get ready. Mods, where are you? Get ready. All right. I think Twig is a questionable one. I think Wandering Monster is a questionable one. 2 mana, when an enemy attacks your hero, summon a 3-cost minion as the new target. I mean, that's similar to Bear Trap, right? Except Bear Trap doesn't block the attack. It only shows up after. I think the Fungal Lord belongs in red. I think maybe Ironwood Golem belongs in green or red. I think Ironwood Golem is the one that I'm really torn about. I'm going to change this to here. I think Flanking Strike's really good. 4 mana, 3 damage, plus a 3/3 wolf. That's beast synergy. I think Greedy Sprite is great. I don't know if it'll work into the rotation with Mirekeeper and Jade Blossom being a thing right now. But post-rotation, I think it's going to be played. Oh, maybe we'll see like an insanely big Druid deck who also runs Greedy Sprite in addition to double Mire and double Jade. Twig is trash. Security. We have a dissenting opinion. Hydra should be yellow? I don't know. 3 mana 2/4 is really weak. It's so You can just remove it. And if your opponent has 1 minion, you're not getting any benefit from it. I don't like Cave Hydra. I like Twig. I play Twig on 5. I mean on 4 and start bashing away. Big fan of Twig. It's pretty slow, but I see the potential of Twig. Alright, I think we can all agree that To My Side is in the garbage. Wait, hold on. I skipped some. Yeah, a little bit. No, we didn't. I think we can all agree that To My Side is garbage. Pure garbage. Actually, let's look at Cave Hydra again. A 3 mana 2/4 beast. Is there any other beast that's healthier than 4 mana? Or as healthy as 4 mana? Leok, Animal Companion. No. Cave Hydra shit. Alright, To My Side sucks. Rock the Large sucks. I think Rock the Large is bad. Even without the minion restriction, I think it's not that good. Like, I put it in yellow. Deck of Wonder is funny, but bad. Dry Gulch Jailer, I feel like it's too slow. Genie, you guys can see it, but Genie is like, feels kind of slow. The heal's nice and all, but meh. Valinar, I feel like it's too slow. Potion of Heroism, I like. It has the potential to be green. Because 2 mana cycles with an upside is, it's kind of caliente. But it's like a Shiv, kind of. Similar. It's hard to compare. But it's hard to pull off. Anywho. Level Up, I feel like it's too slow. But they did introduce a lot of ways to summon 1/1s. Actually, Level Up's probably red. I should put Level Up in red. Yeah, I'm gonna put Level Up in red. Actually, Vine Cleaver's the thing. No, it should be in red. It should be Lost in the Jungle has good synergy too. But it's weak to AoE. This rating is so bad, Trump has better rating. I think the saddest thing is you actually watch Trump's rating. Hey, you. Love you, Trump. No, I think Level Up should be red. Yoink. Alright, so I'm a big believer in Big Hunter. So I'm giving Oozling a green. I'm giving Katarina a green. Because I believe a world where you can go Barnes into Katarina or Seepling Oozling into Katarina, which then pulls out a Savannah Highmane or Charging Devilsaur. Or you can Barnes into Vanguard, which then pulls out Katarina, which then pulls out the Savannah. Big Hunter. But Reven Familiar. I'm also a big believer in Elemental Quest Mage and Big Mage. I think Explosive Rune should be yellow. Yeah, let's move to yellow. Aluneth, I feel like is good in aggro. 6 mana, draw 3 cards is pretty nice. I'm afraid of fatigue situations though. I don't think you can run that Quest Mage. Because in Quest Mage, you play Aluneth, then you're gonna mill. I feel like you're gonna mill. Because you just have so much combo pieces and you have double Blizzard and stuff. But at the end of the day, 6 mana, draw 3 cards is pretty good. And draw 3 more if your opponent doesn't answer it. I'd say it's more an aggro mage than anything. Call to Arms. 4 mana, recruit 3 minions that cost 2 or less. I think Call to Arms is good. I think it's a for sure green. Because the 2 mana cards or the 1 mana cards you run in this deck should be pretty nutso. So was I gonna play League today? No, I'm heading out soon. Dragon Soul is green. Dragon Soul is not red. Toad's Dragon Soul is really, really good. No. Toad's Call to Arms is bad because you won't trigger your Rock Pool or your Hydrologist. I mean, you could just not run Rock Pool or Hydrologist. Dragon Caller Alana, I think, is another question mark for me. 9 mana, 3/3, summon a 5/5 for every big spell you've played. Reminds me of Nuzak a little bit, where it's one card that summons a whole shit ton of cards. Except it's way less sticky, but easier to pull off. I'm gonna put in green. How do you win games as big mage? You probably run Jaina. Yeah, you probably run Jaina. I like Lanessa because even if you get one Spike Ridge Steed from it, I think it's already value. Silence blows it to hell, but Silence is gonna blow you to hell against a Spike Ridge Steed deck anyway. Dustbreaker is of course nuts. Psychic Scream is of course nuts. Twilight Acolyte is nuts because it has so much synergy with everything else in the Priest collection, especially Cabal Shadow Priest and Potion of Madness. Twilight Acolyte's good, right? It just seems so disgusting because you can Potion of Madness any minion with that. You can Pain any minion. You can Bookworm any minion. You can Shadow Word Horror any minion, and you can Cabal Shadow Priest any minion with Twilight Acolyte. This is what I'm talking about. Like for me, this seems a bit more bonkers than the Duskbreaker. I think the Duskbreaker is good too. Whew. BANANAS. I, for one, welcome our Priest Overlords. I don't think Evasion's good. I mean, the immune aspect is neat and all. I don't think there's a archetype that justifies, you know, trying to survive an extra turn. And this doesn't technically guarantee an extra survival. Because if you're on 1 health, this card is garbage. It's very different from Ice Block from that perspective. The one benefit it does have over Ice Block is that you can play this at full health, but your opponent has like 7 mid-sized minion. Like in that scenario, it's slightly better than Ice Block. Yeah. King's Bane, I gave it a green because I think the design is really cool. And it might make Weapon Rogue a thing. So, yeah, I like King's Bane. I like Unstable Evolution for memes. I like to see someone get a turn 1 10/10 or a turn 1 Tarantus, which is very possible. You just need a 2% chance with Bloodsail Corsair Opener. I guarantee you someone's gonna hit. Within 1 day, 100%. 100%. Within 12 hours of the expansion releasing, there's gonna be a clip of someone getting a turn 1 10/10. A turn 1 10 drop. 100%. Lily asked, do you want anything from this Japanese restaurant? What is that Japanese restaurant? What do they have? No, I think I'll just eat at the airport. Oh, it's not. It's a grocery store. How do you get a 10/10? Bloodsail Corsair coin unstable evolution on patches. 2% chance to hit Sorcerer's Apprentice or Radiant Elemental. Evolve. Try not to hit the Rubian Unraveler on your way up there. Evolve. Or Fairy Dragon. Oh, right. So you have to dodge Fairy Dragon and you have to dodge Nerubian Unraveler. Ooh. Oh my god, that's an even better clip. It's like you get the Radiant Elemental or Sorcerer's Apprentice and you're like, oh my god. Evolve. Oh, you also have to dodge the Darkness, which is the 4 mana 2020. And Bear Shark. Man, there's a lot of things on your way that you can hit that screws you over. And Doomed Apprentice. Oh man, evolving to the Darkness is gonna be one of the funniest thing ever. Can you I want to see someone evolve into 3 Darknesses and just have only enough board space for 4 minions the rest of the game. Alright, I think Grumble is one that's very questionable for me. I'm being very mean to Grumble here. Stop being mean to Grumble. Grumble, World Shaker, Battlecry, return your other minions to your hand. They cost 1. 6 mana 7/7 is good stat. Would you play a vanilla 6 mana 7/7 though? It's not a bad play. There's much worse things to play 6 mana 7/7. You know what? I can be convinced to make it a yellow. Will there be a lot of situations where you don't want to play this? Yeah, when you just have a board of minions that has little Battlecry synergy. I mean, I think it obviously go into a elemental deck. Nah. I'm gonna keep it at red. It's not red toast, you fucking idiot. Ooh, what do you guys think about Kobold Librarian and Vulgar Homunculus? Kobold Librarian, top. Toast, you're worse than Trump at reviewing cards. Alright, okay. I never said Kalisas was 1 star, first of all. And I dare you to go back and find card reviews where I was like extremely wrong. Alright, I said Righteous Protector was 5 star. Right, and it was. I said Ultimate was 5 star. What else did I say was 5 star? I said Murabi was 1 star. I said most of the free stuff was 1 star. But yeah, I think Kobold Librarian Vulgar Homunculus is good. One of the discussion people have been having is that, is Vulgar Homunculus an aggro card or an anti-aggro card? And it's kind of both, right? It reminds me a bit of Tar Creeper, where it's like aggro decks run it and control decks run it. So yeah, Vulgar Homunculus 5 star for sure. Not 5, green. because the demon tag is also a nice bonus. You can bring it back with Gul'dan. You can maybe buff it up with Crystal Weaver. Kind of caliente. Why did you say Astro Tiger would be bad? 4 mana 3/5 vanilla is really bad. Doesn't come with taunt. The Death Rattle's neat because, you know, the Zoth synergy, and it synergizes with Grizzly Bear, but you generally want to run cards that are just good. You can run in Zoo, I don't know, 2 Homunculuses. If Patches are still around, you can run 2 Golakas and just give up on the Kalisas synergy. I think it's worth it. Woe Cleaver is one that people have been discussing. A lot of people put it in red or garbage. I think Woe Cleaver has potential. I do think it has potential. It's like playing a big drop in a Control Warrior deck. And you can get synergy next turn, and then you can get synergy next turn too. It's a card that I feel like if they ooze it right away, even 1 trigger is pretty nice. It's good in Control Warrior. Big Warrior. I like Woe Cleaver. I like Woe Cleaver. I think it's much better than people are giving it credit for. Tells why is Master Oakheart green? I like the synergy with Void Lord. I like the synergy with Dragon Hatcher. I like the synergy with, you know, Meat Wagon or whatever. Mostly Void Lord. If I'm Control Warlock, I think I'd run Master Oakheart, so I can whip out the Void Lord and then a couple of extra minions. I really like Master Oakheart. I think Oakheart is great. I think it's really good. And the right decks. You don't just slam Oakheart into any deck. I really like Oakheart. The Darkness we talked about. Oh, by the way, 4 mana 7/7 demon. I think this demon's gonna see a lot of play. 4 mana 20/20. Hilarious memes. Terrible practicality. And yeah, I think that's most of the interesting cards. I think I'm missing a couple. Like Togwaggle, which is more memes, of course. We should probably write a list of... I want to write a list of stupid shit I want to do.